Oh man, this is going to be fun. You ever try giving football takes while your mouth is on fire? Because that's exactly what we're doing today. Welcome to this special bi-week edition, where things are heating up, literally. We've teamed up with some killer hot sauces and a plate full of wings. And as we climb the Scoville scale, we'll be answering your hottest Bills questions along the way. Trust me, by the time we hit the last wing, we might just say something we regret. Now, first off, let's address the elephant in the room. No, Dan isn't here today. He's out, under the weather. Rest up, buddy. He battled through that game in Atlanta, even feeling like garbage. So shout out to him for toughing it out. He'll be back soon, but today it's just us, and we're not holding back. We also have a pretty awesome guest coming up later in the show. Blue Jays infielder and Western New York native Ernie Clement. A true Bills Mafia member, born and bred, and if you ever needed proof, here's what the man said. The Buffalo Bills will win the Super Bowl. Guaranteed. My kind of guy. But we'll get to Ernie later. First, we got to talk Buffalo football, we got to talk spicy wings, and we got to talk about what the heck is going on with this team. Because let's be real, the vibes have been off. 2 straight rough games, a growing list of injuries, and a defense that's starting to feel more like a liability than a strength. That's not the formula Bills fans were sold at the start of the year. It's been ugly, frustrating, and, depending on your level of panic, maybe even a little concerning. But is it time to hit the full-blown panic button? Let's see how the wings and the questions hit us today. We started off easy. Sauce number 1. Nothing too wild. Just something smooth with some pineapple, a beachy breeze kind of vibe. Honestly, it felt like we were on vacation. But of course, the first question wasn't exactly a day at the beach. Are the Bills frauds? Boom. Right off the bat. Let me be clear. I don't think this team is fraudulent. I don't think they're fake. I think they're confused. Maybe even a little lost. But not frauds. That word implies something that was never real to begin with. And that's just not the case here. This team has the pieces. The talent is there. The proof is in the tape. But right now, they're not executing like a championship team. Now, are they underperforming? Absolutely. Especially compared to expectations. We were talking Super Bowl in August, and now we're talking survival in October. That's not a great look. But if the standard is Super Bowl or bust, then yeah, this team isn't looking like a contender right now. Still, the idea that there's some kind of mirage, that's a stretch. I get it though. The offense feels disjointed. The receivers outside of Stephon Diggs aren't scaring anyone. And the defense, man, it's hard to watch right now. Between the injuries and the inconsistency, it's a mess. But the NFL is a long season, and we've seen worse stretches from better teams. It's not time to give up, but it is time to demand more. Wing 2. A little Asian-inspired flavor. Sweet, soy-based, nothing too crazy. But the question? Oh, it brought the heat. Is it too early to call Keon Coleman a bust? Man, fans are heated right now. And look, I get the disappointment. He was drafted early in the second round, big body, contested catch guy. Basically built in a lab for Josh Allen's deep ball. But so far, he's been quiet. Some flashes here and there, sure, but nothing close to what people expected. And yeah, when you're down guys like Curtis Samuel and Dalton Kincaid, and you need someone to step up, it's frustrating when Keon doesn't. But a bust? I think that's jumping the gun. To me, he's just miscast right now. They're trying to force him into an outside WR role when maybe he's more comfortable operating from the slot, using his size and physicality in traffic. It's not that he can't play. It's that he's not being maximized. And maybe that's on the staff as much as it is on him. Now, if we get to the end of the year and this is still what we're seeing, then the conversation gets louder. But for now, I'm calling him a dupe. Like the off-brand version of what we thought we were getting. Still has a purpose, still belongs on the shelf, but doesn't exactly deliver the name brand results. Not yet, at least. Next up, mole sauce. Still medium on the spice scale, but with a dark, complex flavor. Mexican chocolate, sweet fruits, that deep smoky backbone. It hit the back of the tongue in a different way. And that led into a pretty nuanced question. Are the wide receiver issues a scheme problem, or is it just poor execution? Now this one's layered because you look at teams like San Francisco running WR4s out there and still getting them wide open. That's Kyle Shanahan wizardry. He schemes guys into space like nobody else. But in Buffalo, it doesn't feel that creative. Routes aren't crisp. Spacing is off. And when the primary read isn't there, Josh is holding the ball too long and the play breaks down. But here's the thing. Josh Allen isn't a timing quarterback. He thrives in chaos. So when you ask him to run a West Coast-style offense with quick reads and precision timing, that's not always going to work. So yes, it's partly scheme, but it's also about tailoring that scheme to your quarterback strengths. And that's where Joe Brady's got some work to do. At the same time, there are physical limitations with the current receiver group. These aren't burners. They're not going to create 5 yards of separation off the line. So you have to get creative. Use motion, create leverage, move guys around. And honestly, they haven't done enough of that. Meanwhile, other offenses make it look easy. Quick passes, open space, rhythm. In Buffalo, nothing feels easy. Every yard is earned. Every drive feels like pulling teeth. And when you're relying on Josh Allen to be a superhero every week, eventually, he's going to crack. Then came liftoff, first sauce in the hot category. Now the tongue is starting to feel it, and so are the takes. Next question, should the Bills consider bringing back Amari Cooper? Look, nostalgia's fun. Seeing old faces come back can be comforting. But Amari didn't move the needle last time, and I doubt he's doing it now. He's a veteran guy, sure, and maybe he'd help in the locker room. But on the field, it's diminishing returns. At some point, the answer can't be to just recycle the same names. You have to evolve. The real issue isn't just one missing piece. It's a philosophy problem. The roster construction has been off. They've missed too many draft picks in early rounds, especially at wide receiver. And when your quarterback is taking a beating every week and your WR2 can't separate, that's not sustainable. Bad karma was next. The sauce and the team, depending on how you look at it. But this one had a sweetness to it. Apple cider, squash, sweet potato, but that slow-building heat. And with it came a question that really hits at the heart of the fan base. What's going on with Josh Allen? Why does he look so frazzled? This one's tough. Because for the first few weeks of the season, Josh looked locked in. Confident. Efficient. In control. But lately, it's like the wheels have come off. He's holding the ball too long. Missing reads. Taking sacks. He's pressing again, like 2021 Josh, trying to put the whole team on his back. Some of that's on him. Some of it's on the protection. And a lot of it's on the play calling. Teams are blitzing the hell out of him, and there haven't been enough answers. No hot reads, no quick outs, no screens. Just chaos. It's like they forgot how to make life easy for their quarterback. The Falcons, of all teams, just showed the league the blueprint. Blitz him early, get him rattled, force mistakes. And unless Brady adjusts the scheme and gets the ball out quicker, this trend's not going away. Now, if you made it this far, congrats. Because the wings are getting hotter, the takes are getting sharper, and we've still got a lot more to break down. But first, let's wipe the sweat, sip some milk, and get ready for the next round. Because the next sauces, they don't play around. And neither do your questions. Now, by the time we hit the sixth sauce, cherry bomb, we were definitely starting to feel the heat. That slow build where your lips start tingling and your tongue's got that static Y, numb butt burning kind of feeling. Yeah, that was setting in hard. But the takes didn't stop, and neither did the questions. In fact, the next one came in hot and spicy, with some serious fan frustration attached. Did Josh Allen getting married kill his killer instinct? I mean, look, I get the emotion behind the question. When things start going south, fans search for anything to explain what's going on. And yeah, there's been a weird drop-off in Josh's dominance. He hasn't looked like Superman every week, and when the offense sputters, people notice. So naturally, some fans start pointing fingers at commercials, endorsements, even his relationship status. But let's be real, this ain't about a wedding ring. Josh Allen is not playing differently because he's married. He's playing differently because the scheme is flat, the offensive line has struggled under pressure, and he's getting blitzed into oblivion with no escape route. It's football, not a soap opera. And yeah, I know, it doesn't help when every time he throws a pick, we cut to a pistachio commercial or see him snuggled up with a candy bar on our screens. It's a bad look in that moment, but those deals, they were signed months ago. It just hits wrong when the offense is off and you're watching him pitch snacks right after a 3-and-out. But honestly, Josh wants to win as badly as ever. That competitive fire hasn't gone anywhere. He's just stuck in a system that hasn't adapted fast enough to the reality of this team. And now, teams know exactly how to make him uncomfortable. That's what's messing with him, not his home life. But speaking of being uncomfortable, next up was Ghost Island. That sauce is like the silent assassin. Starts off kind of tropical, you think you're good, and then it just starts burning up your entire mouth. And the question with it? Definitely brought the heat too. If you could add one player from anywhere in the league to the Bills right now, who would it be? Instant answer? Justin Jefferson. Not even a debate. That's a game changer. A true WR1 that changes the way defenses play you. Imagine Josh Allen with that kind of weapon out wide. It opens up the entire field, takes pressure off Diggs, and creates matchup nightmares all day. That's the type of player that takes an offense from dangerous to downright terrifying. But realistically, if we're talking about what the defense needs right now, especially in the middle of this injury storm, I'd look at someone like Kyle Hamilton. That guy's a difference maker at safety. Versatile, smart, explosive. The kind of player who could instantly stabilize a unit that's clearly missing veteran presence. And let's be honest, Buffalo's safety play this year, it's been shaky at best. They need help there. They need leadership. They need instincts. Hamilton brings all of that. And right now, you'd have to say the Bills need defensive help more than they need another gadget piece on offense. So while Jefferson is the dream, Hamilton might be the fix. Which brings us to the real root of a lot of frustration, the defense. That old-school McDermott system that used to feel like the backbone of the team, it's starting to show its age. And the next question we hit, just as the sauces went from hot to full-on extra hot, cut right to the heart of that. Look, there's a reason McDermott has been successful. His defense is built on discipline, communication, and trust. But here's the issue. That system requires veteran players who've been in it for years and know all the rules, the calls, the checks. It's complex and it's demanding. And when injuries hit, when young guys are forced into big roles, that system starts to buckle. Guys are second-guessing. They're out of position. They're late to react. The run fits are off. Missed tackles, busted coverages, it all starts adding up. This isn't about effort. It's about cohesion. And when you've got two backup safeties trying to communicate in real time with a defense that's more complicated than attacks form, things break down fast. Honestly, this might be the season where McDermott has to take a hard look in the mirror. That defense has been elite in the past, but you can't keep running the same thing and expecting the same results, especially when the personnel doesn't match anymore. Maybe it's time to simplify. Let these guys just play instead of overthinking every snap. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. In what could be one of the most surprising moves of the NFL offseason, whispers are circulating that SHEDEUR Sanders has made a bold decision that could shake up the league. Sources close to the young quarterback claim that Sanders has accepted what is being described as an irresistible offer from the Buffalo Bills, a move that, if confirmed, would ignite waves of speculation about his future and the team's strategy. Though details remain murky, insiders suggest that the proposal from the Bills was crafted with such precision that Sanders reportedly felt he could not turn it down. The buzz around the league is that the deal goes far beyond financial incentives, including promises of immediate playing time and a central role in Buffalo's offensive scheme. The Bills, known for their aggressive approach to building a competitive roster, seem determined to position Sanders as a cornerstone of their future, signaling a potential shakeup in the quarterback hierarchy. Fans and analysts alike are abuzz with questions. Could Sanders immediately challenge for the starting role, or is this a strategic developmental play? The Bills already boast a talented roster, but the addition of a high-profile young quarterback with Sanders' pedigree would undoubtedly raise expectations. Social media platforms have exploded with speculation, ranging from excitement over a potential dynamic passing duo to concerns about how this move might affect team chemistry. Meanwhile, pundits are dissecting every angle: salary cap implications, mentorship opportunities, and the potential for a franchise-altering partnership with the coaching staff. Even rival teams are said to be keeping a close eye on the situation, pondering how the Bills' latest maneuver could force adjustments across the league. For now, the story remains in the realm of tantalizing rumor. But if true, it could mark the beginning of a new chapter not just for Sanders, but for the Bills' aspirations of Super Bowl contention. Whether this turns out to be a strategic masterstroke or a high-stakes gamble, one thing is clear. The NFL rumor mill has found its latest headline, and SHEDEUR Sanders is at the center of it. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.